I hope only the screen share collapsed. Emma's screen share is back as well, but let's stick to this side for now. As we have the final of the Gentry Open 11 online edition underway with Renzo versus Emma. Juntramp versus Rakdos Sacrifice. Well, Rakdos Sacrifice would probably have been expected by some in the tournament, but this Junt Ram deck is an optimization of a known deck. A bit of a combination of two known decks. We had people that were playing Junt Mutate, we have people that were playing Junt Ramp, but this kind of throws both of these together and tries to show that sometimes a combination of things is better than the sum of its parts. Let's just stick to that. Obzon is struggling a little bit with his mana development, especially considering he is a ramp deck and he has a hand full of big payoff cards. Weaponize the monsters here for Safraya doesn't really threaten that much. We saw Renzo doubting on whether or not to kill the token in response to that resolving. And then gets punished for not doing it the turn after. Although will have a nice little mutate chain that he can start up soon. As we see Safraya showing her innovation here, that claim the firstborn, that's really putting extra pressure on the early game. That really changes the dynamic of what this Rakdos Sacrifice deck usually has. But it's an uncommon, so it comes at a pretty steep cost. There's no light up the stages for Safraya here. No uncommon sacrifice outlet. So things are pretty intense to get to this point. Okay, Whisper Squads whispers to get his brothers. Brothers show up, tapped from the deck. And we have that Bastion and Weaponize with Whispers. That is a bit of an engine. And here is Rankle. He's really going to spice up things. So guessing you have to chump block here. Ooh. Gets the top deck, gets the Chandra, gets the wipe, 3 damage to non-elemental creatures. That's going to reset the board in favor of Obzanisk, leaving his Great Horn on the table. Could have also gone for a double trigger Auspicious Starex, but this is the certainty. I'm guessing there's a Heartfire, yep, still coming out just to squeeze out a little bit more damage. 2 cards in hand for Safraya, 4 cards in hand for Obzanisk. And we get Call of the Death Dweller. That's a Menace Whisper Squad and a Death Touch Whisper Squad, but now we get that Auspicious Starex mutated onto the Great Horn. That's 2 triggers, that's turning it into a 6/6, and that is 2 cards that are going to come into play, up to 2 cards that are going to come into play for free, and both of them are lands. That's quite disappointing. Not attacking here. And I do believe it is the Weaponize the Monsters that deals the damage, so there's no fear of Death Touch Weaponized Shocks taking care of big creatures. Let's see what else we got. Second auspicious Starix. We get more triggers, and I see another mutate creature in hand. So there is a bunch of extra triggers that can come after this as well. Yep, here we go. Let's do that again. Look at the top 4 cards twice, getting 2 stacks. Oh no, 4 times, yeah, of course. So no, twice. That's the Great Horns triggers that we're seeing. Dinky dinky dinky. Oh, that's a big hit. 3 permanents. And the draw is a Liliana. That's kinda nasty.
My army will
and he got so many lands that he even could cast the Liliana straight up, so that's insane. Look at this board. That was 2 wait, yeah, 1 creature when the Rankle after the Rankle attacked. That's just ridiculous. This is the power of Starix, people. Like, the whole reason you would want to play this deck is just to get sequences like this with your Starix. Oof. And we have the 3rd Starix. Can you kill yourself with Starix? I don't think so, right? I hope he goes for the big Starix and Emma lets it resolve for content. For content. Dink.
Ugh, looks like you're on your own now.
Not even blocking with the lurker. Doesn't care. Emma does, like, a double Heartfire would have been lethal at this point. As crazy as that sounds, Emma wasn't or isn't out of this yet. But now, emptying out her hand. Come on, give us the Starix trigger pile. You know you want to. No. Well, like I said, he can still lose to a awkward, like a top decked Heartfire is good for what, like 7 is good for lethal. So Emma does have to Renzo does have to be a little careful. Starts cleaning up a bit of the board here. Now things look a lot healthier. Even gets rid of the Death Toucher. Wait, wasn't that the Death Toucher? The row? No, we don't get the Starix big trigger stack. Evil Renzo! You disappoint me. Oh no, he has another turn. He can do it next turn. He goes up to 14. Come on, Renzo. Emma's letting you live. No! The trigger stack. But why? Alright, we're sideboarding Renzo with Junt Ramp with the new deck. Junt Mutate Ramp Madness has made it into the final. Is up 1 game and is in many ways stepping a bit over the position level that Safraya has prepared for. Those Claim the Firstborns don't take any of the essentials out of the strategy for Abzanis, and that's really hurting this matchup here for Emma, so she needs to have that really aggressive start, get him into single digits, and then finish it off with that Bastion, Devil, Heartfire, Mayhem Devil package that gives her so much reach. Abzan looks very comfortable with what his deck is capable of. Gets a few extra Scorching Dragonfires. Cuts Llanowar Visionaries for them though. That's a bit surprising to me, but so reconsidering, checking things, and decides to go for that configuration of the deck. Alright, we might be 1 or maximum 2 games away from crowning a new winner. Is it going to be Renzo with Junt Ramp, or is it going to be Emma with Rakdos Sacrifice, a deck I played the last couple of Gentry weeklies with myself? It's a bit of a pet archetype of mine. I've had a lot of fun playing it. Renzo here has the acceleration, has some interaction with that Agonizing Remorse. Looking like a pretty solid hand. Just a little bit of extra payoff is going to really push this over the edge. Chooses not to go for the Beanstalk Giant, already has the turn 3 Fierce Witch Stalker on this sequence. Has very little to gain from having 5 mana next turn, so that the Beanstalk Giant can wait. Here comes the big bad wolf. Such an efficient package. 4/4 for 4 with Trample is nothing to scoff at, and that little food token that it brings can be such a nice padding for your life total, or maybe your deck has some synergy with the food. I like to have synergy with food as well. Put it in my mouth, goes to the belly. Very nice synergy. Now the Fertile Footsteps take place, and we're already up to 6 mana. Next turn we'll have the 7th for the Giant himself. Act of Treason is likely going to get Heartfired or Village Rites after this attack. Let's see which one it is going to be. It is Village Rites. 2 cards for Safraya, and we get an extra Serrated Scorpion. Food is just there to pad life total. Let's go back to 20 and say hello to my Migratory Greathorn. I expected the Beanstalk Giant here, I'm gonna be honest. A little bit surprised to see him go for the Mutate here. Nice tournament, congratulations to all. See you next time. Cimitero, don't forget to send me a whisper with your email address. You have won a €5 card market voucher that I will send to you later on. Otherwise, I'll find you in Discord and send it to you there. That also works. Also, thanks for bringing a bunch of supporters here. It was pretty nice to have those extra couple of people here cheering for you. Alright, are we ramping more, or are we bringing in the Beanstalk Giant? Okay, here we have him. 8/8 Beanstalk Giant. It's going to be a 10/10 next turn when he gets to attack. Nothing to scoff at. And he is still at a healthy life total. Is this going to be the winner? Is Renzo a Tintin? A Tintin. Yes. Is this going to be Renzo taking it? I emailed you privately your MTG Melee. Okay, yeah, that's... I'll find you, don't worry. Okay, Scorpion, Chun Blocks. makes the 4 life point swing. How can Emma come back from this? Can she come back from this? A chain of Bastion of Remembrance triggers Heart Fire to go over the top would be an avenue. But if there's nothing coming, then this is going to end the things. No, Heartfire takes out the Great Horn. That will leave her at 3 life after this entire interaction. 2 life, sorry. 11 lands in play. Migratory Great Horn. Also a lethal threat now. Bastion of Remembrance plus whatever. We need to get out of this pickle. No, it's the GG. It is the Scoop de Boop. We have a winner. Renzo wins the Gentry Open 11, the online edition. Let's stop looking at whatever Emma is throwing onto our screen here. He wins the trophy, he wins the title, he wins his place in Gentry history. He's also going to get a €20 voucher for Card Market. Emma is going home with a €10 voucher for Card Market. So congratulations for everybody. Thank you very much to everybody who was part of this event. I had a lot of fun playing it when I wasn't blundering my ass off. I had even more fun hosting it and making sure this thing exists for you, because that's the kind of guy I am. I like to do stuff for other people. So thank you for doing my stuff so I can do more stuff for more people. I guess,